Hello lads and welcome to a bit of a different video on this channel. It's not Sunderland related, it's not gaming or whatever. It's simply my Premier League predictions. I put out a straw poll on Twitter. If you want to get involved, my Twitter's down below. One was start a new series, and the other two were Premier League predictions and talk about FIFA 17. Now those two had even amount of votes. I did a new straw poll with just those two because those were two of the top. Again, both were even votes, so I can't split them. I'm going to do Premier League predictions first because I'm going on holiday soon. So what will happen is, so I won't be able to upload when I'm on holiday, and the Premier League season would have already started by then. So I would have been getting a bit of an advantage, and even if I did upload it afterwards, you wouldn't believe me. So right, in 20th place, I'm going with Hull City. I don't want them to, simply because Steve Bruce has left at an awful time. It's worse than Sunderland because they didn't even know, like, they didn't have a backup, option. We got Moyes in straight away as soon as the FA had stopped talking to Big Sam and announced him as the England job. I don't think Hull have done as well in appointing a new manager. At the time of recording, they haven't even got a new manager yet, so I don't see them being prepared enough for the league. It's come at an awful time. I do feel sorry for Hull fans, but yeah, I'm predicting 20th for them. Coming at number 19 is a bit controversial considering the amount of signings they have made. It's going to be Watford. Honestly, I think it was just form at the beginning of the season for Watford. They performed really well. They almost got like top 4 halfway into the season, but it was a great start from them, and then it just went downhill from there. I'm not sure if they're gonna find a good bit of form, especially if the new manager doesn't know the league. And personally, I just don't think like they've got the right material to get to survive in the league for a second season. Right, coming at number 18, just getting relegated, Burnley. I don't want them to because it's a small club, and it's it's great for a small club like Burnley to be getting like the TV money. And one thing that really kept them in the Premier League a couple of seasons ago was Danny Ings, and obviously he's at Liverpool now, so I'm not sure where the goals are going to come from. The defence I don't think is quality enough for the Premier League, even though they did get first in the Championship this season. I still don't think they're going to get out of the relegation zone, unfortunately. I want them to. This is one of the teams I really do want to get out of the relegation zone, but I don't think Sean Dyche is going to manage to do it. Right, number 17 is going to be West Bromwich Albion. I think they're going to keep decreasing. I don't think Tony Pulis is going to keep pulling it off every single season. I want them to get relegated just because of Tony Pulis. I don't have anything against West Brom. I just don't like Tony Pulis' style of football, and I think he should pay for it. But I have put him outside the relegation zone. I put him in 17th, purely for the reason of Tony Pulis. As much as I hate him, he's good at grinding out results. He's good at creating a solid team that's extremely hard to beat. And yeah, I've predicted 17th for West Brom. In at number 16, I've got Bournemouth. I personally think Bournemouth have got decent players. They might have overpaid for some, but Jordan Ibe is the one that's 15 million for Jordan Ibe. I don't think so. I don't think it's a good price, but they've got him, and they've got someone who wants to prove himself in. And I don't think they're going to go down this season. I don't think they're going to have an amazing season either, though. Even though they've got TV money, they're not spending that much of it. And yeah, I'm predicting 16th for Bournemouth. In at number 15, I've got another quite controversial one. I've got Southampton. They've got rid of, personally, one of the best managers I think around at the moment, Ronald Koeman. They've also got rid of some key players, Graziano Pella, to name one, Victor Wanyama to name another. And I personally don't think they're going to do anything special this season. I think they're going to struggle, but I reckon it's going to be kind of like a Swansea season, like last season Swansea. And yeah, I think they're going to flirt with relegation for a bit, but they're going to be overall pretty solid. Coming in at number 14, I've got Middlesbrough. I think they've recruited brilliantly. Victor Valdez is a steal for free. Negredo on loan, I personally think he'll do alright. He'll get them some goals, enough goals to keep them up. And they've got Fisher from Ajax. another good bit of business in my opinion. Although sometimes, you know, players transferring from the Eredivisie over to the likes of the Premier League teams. You saw it with Memphis Depay is a great example last season. I just don't think, you know, he might not work, but he might. Depends really. Yeah, 14th for Borough. I think they'll have a good season. And coming in at number 13, I've got my team, Sunderland. David Moyes was a great appointment considering we got rid of Allardyce, and I think, you know, he'll continue from where Big Sam left off. We've got our first manager coming in, you know, at starting from the beginning of the season in absolutely ages, and I personally think he's going to get, you know, some players in before the end of the season, and I think it's going to be a solid season for us, and we're going to stay in 13th, and I'm pretty sure if you ask, you know, 90% of Sunderland fans will be happy with 13th this season. Right, coming in at number 12, I've got Crystal Palace. They could do even worse this season because, you know, Pardew, I don't think he's going to do much better, but I think they've got, you know, if they sign a good striker, they're linked with Berahino and Benteke. I personally think those two will definitely get Palace some goals, and they've got the likes of Balassi. They've got some good players, some solid players, and they've, you know, recruited well. I think the lad from West Ham, Tompkins, will do well for them. And yeah, I think it'll be nothing special for Palace, but I think 12th, Palace fans will be content with that. At number 11 we have Swansea. I personally think, you know, their new manager, they've managed to keep, it looks like they're going to keep on that Andre Ayew, and they've also managed to secure a new deal with Sigurdsson. Great Euros. And yeah, I think it's going to be a decent season for Swansea. Nothing special, but you know, it's going to be better than last season. For number 10, I've gone with West Ham. Another one could be quite controversial, considering, you know, they've got a good squad. They're looking to recruit more and more, and they've got the Olympic Stadium as well as the first season in the Olympic Stadium. Payet didn't perform too well near the end of the season. You've got the like they need a good striker in my opinion. You can't just have Andy Carroll up front. It looks like they're getting rid of Diafra Sakho as well. He looks like he's moving to West Brom. They've been linked with Lacazette, who I don't think they're going to get. They've been linked with the likes of Mario Gomez. He had an alright and yeah, I personally think they're going to do okay, but I don't think anything special is going to happen because I don't think the players are going to perform as well as they did last time. They've lost to a couple of MLS teams in pre-season. They've had an awful start to the Europa League qualifying. So yeah, and plus with the Europe on top of it, I don't think it's going to be anything special for West Ham. But 10th is alright, I suppose. Right, in at number 9, I've got Stoke. I'm pretty sure they finished 9 for like, what, the last 2-3 seasons. But yeah, I've got them at number 9 just because Stoke keeps the tradition going. They've got good players. They've managed to hold on to Arnautovic, who, you know, he looked like he was going to Everton for some time. Shaqiri, I think, will, you know, do well. Not amazing, but I think he'll do alright. I don't think they've got like a main striker who's going to be amazing for them. Again, they're linked with Berahino. If they get him, I don't think they can push up above the teams I've got above them. But yeah, at number 9 I've got Stoke. I think they'll do well this season, but nothing special. At number 8 I've got Everton. I think Ronald Koeman, the best point of the season for Everton so far, doing well. I think they need a centre back if they're going to lose John Stones. I think it'll be a bad loss, but for 50 million, getting 50 million in, you're bound to get someone good. They're linked with Lamine Kone from Sunderland, and they're linked with Ashley Williams as well from Swansea. Swansea have rejected a bid, I think, but no, you're not getting Kone. You're not getting Kone, so that's why you're not moving up the league, right? Well, you are moving up the league, but 8th. I think 8th is going to be where I'm going to put Everton. Right, in at number 7, I've got Leicester. Personally, I think they're going to get 7th place. I think they're going to get Europa League, but I don't think they're going to perform amazingly. They haven't done well in pre-season. I know that's not the best way of judging people, but how else are you going to judge it when doing predictions? They got beat 4-0 off PSG. They've got Barcelona today at the time of recording. We'll see what happens there, but I'm pretty sure they won't do amazing this season. They've lost, I think, their best player in N'Golo Kante. Lost him for a good price. They've tried to replace him with Mendy from Nice. I don't think he's going to be as good as Kante. That's why I've got Chelsea above them. But yeah, I think it's going to be a decent season for the Foxes, but nothing like last season, in my opinion. Right, in its 6th place, I've got Liverpool. I think Jurgen Klopp's really going to move with Liverpool. He's signed some great players like Joel Matip, the likes of Mane, Wijnaldum, even though he's paid so much for those players, too much for those players. He's still got a decent squad there. I think he's going to get the most out of Wijnaldum from Newcastle. They're going to have some dips in form, but I think, you know, 6 is better where they've been. They're going to get Europa League again, hopefully, and they're going to just keep climbing up. Klopp seems to be doing a building job at Liverpool, and I reckon he's going to build the squad considerably. And yeah, they're going to have a good season, but I think they're not going to get Champions League. They're going to get 6th. Right, number 5. This is slightly controversial because they've been getting Champions League for absolutely ages, and I'm going to say to miss out this season, it's Arsenal. Personally, I think Wenger's just not spending. Whether it's his fault, whether it's the board's fault, you make up your mind. But I don't think Arsenal are going to do anything special. I think they're going to do. I think it's going to be Wenger's last season. I think it's going to go out on a low, unfortunately. As much as I respect Arsene Wenger, I don't think he's going to do it much in the league. So yeah, I don't think he's got it in him. They've signed Granit Xhaka. I don't think he's enough to get them personally up the league. They were let off with some of the big teams underperforming, in my opinion. Likes of Chelsea. I think if Chelsea had a good season, Arsenal wouldn't have gotten the top 4. I think Chelsea had better players than Arsenal, and I think they've got a better squad overall. Again, why I've put Chelsea up there. That leaves Chelsea, Man United, Man City and Spurs as my top 4, but not in that order necessarily. I'll get on to that now. Top 4 predictions, here we go. Right lads, number 4, I've got Tottenham. I reckon they're going to get back-to-back Champions League. I think Pochettino's done a great job with their Spurs. Last season they did really well, but I think they're going to finish above Arsenal this season in a very good way as well, getting the Champions League above them. That'll surely, you know, not probably make up for the amount of times Arsenal finished above Spurs, but I think it's going to be, you know, a decent bit of revenge, if you see it. But yeah, I think Spurs are going to get to 4th place, and I think, you know, they'll be content with that. Right, in at 3rd place, I think it's going to be a decent battle between the top 3. I think Chelsea are just going to fall short of top 2 though, and they're going to fall short of the real battle for the title. I've got Chelsea. They've got a good manager in Conte. I think he's going to do decent with Chelsea. I think he's going to get them back to Champions League. Although he mightn't have had the best pre-season, I reckon he's going to do decent. I think he's going to do really well with Hazard, like he did the likes of Insigne and Jaccarini in the Euros. I reckon it's going to be decent for Chelsea. They're going to do well, and they've got good signings. Batshuayi looks like he's going to do decent. I don't think he's going to do amazing. I think if Costa leaves, they need to get a replacement for Costa if they're going to get to the Champions League. But yeah, I reckon that season of hurt last season is going to get revived, and they're going to get Champions League. And yeah, they're going to make a decent fight for the title, but not amazing, I don't think. Right, top 2 now. 2 Manchester clubs fighting for the title once again, in my opinion. I've got at number 2 Manchester United. It's going to be, you know, a decent push for them. I think it's going to be a tough battle for, you know, the title this season, but I think Man United aren't going to make it. I don't think Zlatan's going to get that many goals for them. I'm reckoning he's going to get, in the league, about 10 to 15 goals. But I reckon they've got good in terms of assists. They've got Martial. They've got goals coming out. So yeah, I personally think Man United are going to be happy with that, but not losing this title to the rivals. Yep, and Man City have got my first place prediction. If Sergio Aguero keeps fit and Kevin De Bruyne keeps, those two were insane last season. Man City are going to do the job against all the teams, and they're going to have a great season under Pep Guardiola. I didn't think Pep Guardiola was going to do amazing, but I actually think because of the squad they've got, I think they're going to win the league. Right, so that's it. That's my Premier League predictions. Let me know what you think. I know I've got a couple of controversial ones, but it's the Premier League. You've got to, you know, predict some controversial ones, otherwise it's not going to be the Premier League, because there's going to be some, you know, stand-up performers. I think this season it's going to be Everton, it's going to be the likes of Manchester United as of late. I reckon there's going to be a couple of teams that fall, like such as Southampton. You could say West Ham probably from last season as well. They've fallen, but yeah, that's my opinions. I'm going to be reflecting on them next season. That's going to be massive because I'm going to have done all my exams and that. But yeah, next season I'm going to be reflecting on them. See how well I do. Let me know your opinions in the comments. And that's all from me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later, lads.
Look at the top of his head.